Greetings.
How's it going?
What are you doing?
I'm on the website. I'm trying to see if I can get any hints about the finale.
Yeah, I have a million questions.
I know, and where do you think Doug went?
And what if he doesn't come back?
Or worse, can't come back. He could be in jail for murdering that woman.
I don't think he really killed her. He doesn't seem the type.
And now we know someone handed her the gun that killed her the night she hooked up with Doug.
Yeah, who do you think she's working with?
Hopefully we'll find out. It might have something to do with that knot tattoo.
Yeah, how many people have it now? There's the blonde from the pilot, Dana.
And now James. I'm dying to know how they're connected.
Yeah, I hate waiting for answers, but we really have no choice.
Who says?
Hey!
Where are you going?
Hi, I'm Dana.
Welcome to Bar Karma.
I knew you were going to say that.
When I do what I do, I stay true to my...
So we don't know you, right?
Of course not. How could you?
Okay, but you know us.
Well, by episode 11, I would hope so.
Hang on a
Hey,
minute.
hang on a minute, right? I wrote that. Go ahead. Go do your thing. I'll be here.
Well?
He says he's from the Bar Karma community, and that they've been working on a season finale.
Right.
And he says that he's been on the website looking at the top votes of how they want the season to end.
They being...
The community.
What does all that mean?
I haven't got a clue.
Hey, this set's really cool, man. You never know from watching on TV how many people are here. Craft services, right?
God, it's like he's from a different world.
Look, now they're doing that whispery thing. Like I don't know they're talking about me. These are good.
Too strange.
Yeah, incredibly weird.
In Bar Karma, the unexpected is the expected. Some things haven't changed.
So, the murder mystery. What can you tell me?
Why are you asking? Who do you work for?
He doesn't have to answer your questions.
I'm just looking for details. What happened?
That's all I can remember. Next thing I know, I walk in here, my luck walks out.
Still, it's pretty incriminating evidence. If it even happened.
Well, not everything we watch on that thing is gospel truth.
I couldn't kill anybody. Except...
Except what?
Well, has anyone ever actually been bored to death?
Hilarious.
Seriously, though. Doug did get a glimpse into an event that seemed as though someone else had set him up. It could be a projection. What you hoped, not what happened.
Still, I'd like to get a chance to find the guy with that gun and clear my name.
So how do you do it? Do you film that when you film the poker scene, or do you get the girl back another day? This is fake booze.
Okay, right. So, anyway, Not really clear what you're talking about with all the film talk, but I'd give up anything to get back to my real life.
Anything?
Anything.
Good to know. So we're a little curious as to how you entered the bar.
I was invited.
By who?
It doesn't matter. If he's here, he clearly has to make a choice.
Do you remember where you were before you entered? I mean, usually it's a pretty critical philosophical moment.
I was trying to choose between the lime cheesecake yogurt or the banana Foster's flavor. Hey, you guys mind if I get a picture? Because no one's going to believe me. Nice. How about the men's room? Real one?
Yeah.
Oh, now you guys can talk about me.
Don't look out the window.
Of course not.
Or do, I don't know.
So you've seen the least phase that I've crossed over?
Well, 20,000 lifetimes puts everything in perspective.
So who do you think I am?
You're not really here. We're just simultaneous hallucinations. No offense.
No problem.
Don't touch them at the time. Hallucination or not, you could seriously screw things up.
You two getting to know each other?
Your story is probably the one he wants to hear.
Sure. Yet another man trying to get to the source of all my bad luck. I left this bar. Bad things would happen. Not just to me, but to anyone near me.
What does that mean? I mean, who told you that?
When I was a kid, I escaped into books all the time. But I don't get to read as much as I used to.
What were you escaping from?
Let's just say I haven't always had the best of luck. Australian security exchange clippings.
Double and triple digit dips.
Every year on my birthday.
Take advantage, short your stocks.
My childhood home. Burnt to the ground.
Yeah, but I mean, that's awful. But it's not because of you, it's all just a coincidence.
Well, what a pleasant conversation this is turning out to be.
Are we finally going to learn what's behind all those personal disasters? Do you know what's to come?
I think you'll learn when I do. I mean, in Bar Karma, everyone has free will, including us.
Just tell me one thing if you can. What's Dana's reason for wanting to stay put inside the bar? I mean, there was that one time.
You still with us? Still intact?
Good. Who let you out?
I let myself out, thank you. Come on. We have to keep moving.
You took him?
I had to. He helped me get Doug. It's okay. My luck held out.
Not exactly. He released the virus. Every internet connection in the world just got severed.
Yeah, well, that turned out kind of bad. But all these questions, what happens in here is typically about our customers, not about me. And that's how I like to keep it.
But I've come all this way.
Which is why you should be getting going. I mean, it's getting late, right?
Actually, since we exist outside of time...
Are you trying to encourage him?
Sorry.
Look, every customer we have that comes in this bar, James makes them up a special cocktail. So how about I go find out what he can make for you?
Nap time. Did you ever notice that the drink specials, they're usually connected to patrons' dilemma in some way?
They're drink specials. I mean, it is a bar after all.
And the liquor bottles, the community comes up with names for those.
All right, liquor bottles, they're unique. I'll give you that much.
The tic-tac-toe board, the dartboard arrangement, the mugshot wall. And look, it's a picture of me in the bar before I ever even got here. How do you explain that?
Don't ask me. I don't know how half this stuff got in here.
I thought you designed the bar and the tools in it.
I did, but we also have a pretty significant lost and found.
All this talk about objects with secret meanings, I'm still getting used to the ones we do know. Oh, the jukebox and the story maker cards and that weird mirror.
It's estimated the deadly strike has killed over 800 visitors, along with Liberty herself.
There's a connection between you and that news story.
About the Statue of Liberty?
That report happens sometime in the future.
The future? Come on, where did you really get that footage?
Got me.
What happens to the Statue of Liberty there?
We're not sure.
We'll put it on again. Rewind it.
I'm afraid it doesn't work like that. We helped you with the hand you were dealt. Life plays out like a series of scenes. When one scene ends, a million possibilities lay ahead.
Caleb has the cards.
I wouldn't worry too much about the cards. It takes about 200 years to learn how to use them.
Not really sure what to do.
See that bright red dot? That's a statue as she appears today.
Got it.
Now you want to rotate it forward till you get to the point where the light is weak or gone completely.
Whoa, what just happened?
It's very delicate.
Wow. I gotta give it to you guys. I mean, I've seen some complex systems before, but this thing...
He hacked the bar? I mean, how could he hack the bar? I thought it was, like, magic.
Well, define magic. Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic.
These gadgets are all your thing.
And someday they'll be yours. You gotta learn how to interpret them, and it takes focus.
So this is what I don't get. You've been here tens of thousands of years?
Give or take. Started on a Tuesday.
Yeah, and it took, what, a millennia to learn how to use everything?
Mm-hmm.
And this guy comes in here, and in seconds he's talking about our past. Says he knows a bunch about people who've been in here.
What are you saying?
I'm saying I think this guy's dangerous. And he keeps talking about a community of people just like him. What if this community of people includes people who set me up? Do you ever think about that?
Not just yet. He had something interesting to say about you and me. It's more than just a jukebox to me. It has a kind of intelligence to it.
Really?
Yeah, I can use it to summon people who need a karmic refreshment. Or it can summon them itself. Hi. I feel a connection to this song, but I don't recognize it.
I love the jukebox and all the music references in Bar Karma. But I really want to know about the future. The future for you and Doug. The future of all your stories. The whole James and Caleb thing. What brought Doug to the bar?
Well, those are pretty big questions.
So, about you and Doug. There's pretty big hints that that's going somewhere.
He's gonna be a tough one.
I know. Totally your type.
I can break him.
So, Dana Liberty, what's your superpower?
Zapping your will to live if you ever call me that again.
I've been with lots of women in short, but very respectful relationships, and I would trade them all in for a girl I could be comfortable with for the rest of my life.
So what was the bad news?
Oh, you didn't get a chance to see me in my uniform. Looked pretty good.
So that's your weakness. Women with accents.
If I can get out. Where would that door take me?
Doug, don't.
I'm just asking. Whose branching event will I wind up in?
I don't want the risk.
I get it.
Doug!
A soulmate is hard to come by.
Yeah. Once in a lifetime.
Once in a dozen lifetimes. Most people settle.
Any guy who can't see how great you are, how loving and beautiful and smart you are, he doesn't deserve you.
So the community's pretty interested in learning more. Not that they want you guys to shack up or anything.
How lovely to know so many are weighing in on that.
Isn't there something you can tell me? Us?
Between you and me? The man isn't without certain charms, but no promises.
Well, that's intriguing.
Don't read too much into it. There's far more at stake here than what happens between Mr. Doug and me.
Things don't always go the way we want, do they?
I haven't heard that ugly sound in a long time.
You'd have thought, after all this time, you'd be happy to see me again, little brother.
You need to go out the way you came in.
Eventually, yes, but first, we have some business to transact. Now, you understand this little operation you have here is finite.
I am right where I'm supposed to be.
No, I'm talking about the forces of the universe that compel everything inevitably toward destruction.
You're conveniently ignoring the magnificent power of restoration.
I'm sure you've heard the phrase, violence begets violence. I'll be back, James. Where Caleb came in through the back door.
And then he left through the front.
We're in uncharted waters now. There's no telling what Caleb can do now that he's out there.
I think you're right to recognize there's more going on here than we know. Maybe even more than James knows. That's the first time in 20,000 years a channel has shown that.
So you guys don't know everything?
Obviously not.
And you understand why it's hard for me to trust you, then?
Sure.
I have to know. If I'm so famous, what happens when I get back?
No, Doug. You never came back. You're like one of my favorite conspiracies of all time. You just vanished. For what it's worth, I always thought you were set up.
I am sick of waiting for answers.
Police have their first major lead on Doug Jones since the murder of Julius Sampson.
It's not like the cops could find me here.
What if they caught you before you got back?
You and James would be fine without me. I'm wanted for murder, but that hacker kid, he told me she's not even dead. If I can find the truth, I could have my life back. You know, they tell me this place only works sporadically before I got here. And I've been thinking, maybe I was a little too hasty before. Maybe you should be here, too.
Stay here and miss the finale? Besides, isn't happy hour almost over?
That's a pretty loose rule.
Nah, I don't wanna, but I have to go.
One more photo, then.
All right. By the way, guys, I think I'll choose Bananas Foster.
Well, if he can, I can.
Nope. We're not done here yet.
Far from.
Make the groove, make it move, make a move with the groove, make it who it, make it who, make it who it move. Make the groove, make it move, make a move with the groove, make it who it, make it who, make it who it move. When I do what I do, I stay true to my rules, never waver on the flavor, no Bruce Wayne shoes, no diggity, no Dr. Seuss. I just sharp shoot, so lace up your boots, truth. I get a bump from cold air, cash crisp like cold air. There's a perfect circle in every square. It's all Oregon country fair, and I'm always prepared to grow a beard and be a shepherd.
Great. Now give me 5 alts.